wants you to give us a little bit of feedback about what you found about the course, as to show other people whether they should do this course or not, because, you know, it's quite an outlay to do this course, and people are going to be thinking, well, is it worth it? Obviously. So, you know, if you feel like you, but we want to encourage people to think about doing this course. You know, why? You know, and if they don't know us, we're just random people. Why would they do a course with us? So we would love to do that, and we don't want you to prepare anything. So we don't want to say, well, next week we'll do it, have something prepared.
Naturally.
We just want it natural and off the top of your head, and how you feel, if you are happy to do that. Okay?
Okay. We start by Tracy.
Oh, Lisa. Lisa's got her hand up.
Yes, Lisa?
You'll have to...
I was just going to volunteer to start.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, Lisa.
Okay, I was watching people do the animals for a couple years, and I've taken other mosaic classes, and the feedback you get is, "Oh, you're doing a great job." And I feel like that feedback doesn't like move you forward. But the feedback to me has been one of the best parts of the class. Not only my feedback, but looking at other people's feedback too, because I'm listening to what you're saying to myself. I listen to what you say to everyone else. And like I have moved forward more in these 6 weeks than I have in any class I've ever taken. And even though some of it has been really hard for me, I feel like I have much more confidence now. And I can't thank you guys enough, but for like actually giving feedback that's meaningful. And I think that's really one of the best things I've learned in this class is like when you get really meaningful feedback, you can really do anything. So I really appreciate it. And you should all take the class.
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Tracy.
I'm bad at impromptu things. But this course has pushed me out of my comfort zones and caused me to look at things a lot harder and really push the limits of what I thought I was capable of. And that's been really fantastic. And the feedback, the details you look at, my goodness, I thought I was detail oriented, but you guys are catching things that I didn't even see. And I was like, oh, why didn't I see that? You know, so that's been fantastic. Yeah, I thought this course was really great. It really pushed me, and I appreciate that. I kind of felt like I was turning in assignments and I was going to get a bad grade. It made me nervous every time. So like being back in school. But it's been fantastic hearing, you know, the feedback and learning from it and learning from everyone else. Is like Lisa said, that's been really valuable to me too. Seeing all the different perspectives and different techniques and different pictures, and that was wonderful. Sorry. I'm excited to keep going with this. I've already got I got another dog that I'm planning on doing next, so I can kind of compare between what I've been doing and this, and I can have two of them, and then I'm like, I wonder if I do this and I can combine it with that and I can use it for that. I got all sorts of ideas. I'm very excited. So the technique has been I just opened up a lot of things that I wasn't sure how to do before. So now I'm seeing in all these different images that I've wanted to do in beads. I'm like, oh, but if I do this in glass, I can capture I can capture it better with the shards than I could with the beads. So I'm very excited for that.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Cindy.
I have to say, for me, I work with shards already, but boy, this opened up a whole new world for me. And I just really got so much out of it. And I think what I really got out of it was how I look at things now and how I really analyze a photo, or even I'm looking at people's eyes, dogs' eyes, or in life, and just trying to I see it now in a mosaic, and so I think what I really have gotten out of this class is how I just see things just very clearly, very specific, and I think it's been invaluable to me, and the progress that I've made, and I'm looking forward to finishing it, but it's going to take a little while. But but I've really truly enjoyed this class, and looking at everybody's work as well. I mean, I think everybody has done such a great job. And when I look at, everybody's eyes and they're staring back at me, and that's something I've never done before. I've never done the eyes. I've never done the nose, the mouth I haven't done, and the tongue, and it's like it's been all very new to me. But again, the shards, and just working with them, and the movement, and I truly recommend to anybody who's made comments about the pencils, it really does work, and find the color you need, because it really, really helps the flow. And it will not ruin your picture, because I do it throughout the whole thing, and it's made a great, it's been great for me. So it's been a great course. I've really enjoyed it, and I thank you both, immensely. I kind of would love to come to Melbourne. I'll actually be there in October, but I would love to like study with you guys, in person, because I can't imagine what I'd really get out, just doing it in person. But it's a great class, and I would truly recommend it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's just very fluent. It's not it just depends upon your level, and how many people are experienced. If you're not experienced, it can be difficult, but at the same time, as you start laying those shards, and again with your feedback, it really, you actually produce something. So, and like you said, nobody fails at this. And just looking at how people have progressed from day one to now, so I think it's been very, very thorough. And again, the feedback has been fabulous. I that's where I applaud you most, is that you really give great direction, and it's very clear. And even somebody who has never done it before definitely can move forward with this. And so it's been fun in that respect. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Fabulous. That's lovely feedback.
Kelly,
What I would like to say to people that are going to consider this class is, be prepared for it to be intense. You have to put in the work. You teach the technique, you give the feedback. It's wonderful seeing everyone else's work. I second Cindy on that, because seeing the feedback that you give, and then seeing what people are doing with that feedback, and then you see it the next time when you get the feedback, and I watch that, it's amazing what I've seen people do. But you have to put in the work. It's that simple. It is. And if you are, I'm an experienced person these days, but it's a lot of work. And then if you have a full-time job on top of it, oh my goodness. I too have a partner like you, Diane, who comes and says, "Hey, let's go. It's time to come in now." But you get into that zen of placing the stuff, placing those shards, and really evaluating the colors. And I am enjoying that immensely. I've got a portrait that I'm going to be doing after this, and I am excited because I'm going to do the shards for the hair. Now I know how to do the hair. I've never been real good at that, but yeah, it's going to be awesome. I know it's going to be awesome when I do it. So if you're willing to put in the time, you're willing to take the feedback and not take it critically, but actually use it towards becoming a better artist, you can just take on anything at this point, with the feedback and the way that you teach. So I have enjoyed it immensely. I'm really happy that I finally took the plunge and did it. And I thank you both. So take the class.
For anyone who is wondering if they want to take this class, I say just do it. I was a little skeptical of how is someone on the other side of the world in a different hemisphere going to teach this class. And you have figured out how to do this remotely without sitting right next to me. And it's amazing how you give us a lesson and then we go and start doing the work and then we have a Zoom call and we talk about it and you give us the feedback and then a lot of times we go and adjust and then your mosaic just keeps getting better and better. And so for anyone who's considering this class, I highly, highly recommend it. Kala and Diane are amazing at how they give you the feedback, their kindness and how they give you feedback. I never felt like I was doing a terrible job, but I was able to take that information and fix my project and make it look even better. And I'm grateful for that. I'm also looking at things differently. The color transitions I never thought about before, and that makes all the difference in the world. I walk through glass shops now and I look at a piece of glass and I look at a piece of glass differently. Like, oh, these colors in here, I could use this and that. And it's amazing how it just changes your perspective on how you look at things and how you do your work. So I am so excited to have been able to take this class, and I'm just so appreciative of how well you're teaching it. So thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you.
wonderful. Thank you.
Joyce?
Well, I saw a project that one of your students had done on a website and couldn't believe that. So I had to take the course. And I am not an artist. I mean, I do stuff here and there, but I've only done a few mosaics. And so I was like, well, I'm not sure that I can do this, but you guys make it so possible. You're amazing. And it's been super challenging. I do not have patience. This has taught me so much about patience and reaching the goal. And so, yeah, this has just been the most worth it thing I've ever done. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Thank
That's
you.
great. Thank you.
Sarah?
If I had to say anything about this class, I would say you guys don't take any of us lightly. We're all considered to be artists and working towards something. And you don't limit us by how much experience we have or how long we've done it. You expect the highest level of work from each of us. And I really appreciate that. It lets each of us stretch further. It lets me stretch further. Um, I I love the detail and just the level of quality that you expect from your students pushes us to a new level. And I was worried when I started the class about I've taken some classes that are kind of dabbling, where it's, oh, put this kit together or, oh, do this. And I'm like, I don't really need that type of class. Like, I really love the intensity. I love the requirements and the detail that you put into your feedback that allows me to stretch as an artist. I know that, and becoming an artist is a lifelong process. You continue to grow, and I love that. I feel like you guys appreciate that about us, is that we are all growing, whether we've just started or been doing it for years, that process is valued by you and that you just push and we can continue to grow, whether it's in the class or outside the class. So I love it. If anybody's thinking about taking it, take it. It's a class that will push you beyond your limits and give you a new skill and things you can apply to all of your art. So I really like it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lovely feedback.
Okay, Judy?
Yes. Well, you already know how much I love this. And I was new to mosaics, so I was really starting from nothing. I've worked with glass before, but never the mosaic process. And this particular process that you teach makes some of my previous work look cartoonish and amateurish. And this just pushes you to a limit of the realism that other artists especially really appreciate, because your colors come together unlike any other projects that I've done or seen taught. I've learned a lot about the different nuances in colors that I was oblivious to before. The feedback is always spot on. If I like it or not, it's spot on. But I would 100% recommend this class to anybody, anytime, with or without experience. And one of the things that I like is we're able to pick our own subjects with your guidance, which helps. And the other thing is there's not a strict PDF of instruction. You give us free rein to do within limits, to do what we want to do with our subject. And I can see progress in everyone's art that they're doing throughout this class, and I love it. So I would 100% recommend taking this class, even more than once.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much.
Judy.
Julie?
Thank you.
If you would have asked me weeks ago if I thought this class was going to be hard, I would say yes, but it is harder than I thought it was going to be. I had a pair of nippers and now I own like 4. And I've got some on back order because my Montolits have not come in yet, and I'm still anxiously waiting for them. But I really appreciate the detail, like many others have said. Cutting the shards. When I first started, I thought there's no way I'm never going to be able to do that. And now it's like I found my way. As Lola always says, it's like second nature the way I hold my hands. If I want a piece to be a certain way, I feel like, oh, I got that. I can do that. I'm going to tell you right now, when I was doing my mosaics before, I used to use a hammer to cut my glass. So this is a big, big change for me. And I feel like my technique, as well as everyone else's, I've seen y'all's progress throughout the weeks, and it's just amazing listening to everyone's feedback and just knowing that at the end of this, we're going to have this like beautiful piece of art. Before I decided if I was going to take this class, I showed a bunch of people like, hey, what do you think about this? And they're like, that's glass? There's no way. That looks like that's glass. And I'm like, no, that's glass. And I'm going to take that class. And they're like, okay, like you can't do that, but I'm doing it. And I'm appreciating all the feedback and the tough love, and the, I guess, progress that I'm making as an artist. And I thank you guys.
Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Martha?
I've looked at your websites and the things that are posted on Facebook for probably 6 months. I had thought that I would take a mosaic class with tile. And then when I really started looking at your work, I was going, this is absolutely amazing. Think of all the detail, all the realism, all the creativity you can put into this class. And so I was telling some friends that I really wanted to do this, and I was showing pictures, and they're going, that looks very difficult, and it's okay if you can't do it. And I started going, wait, I think I can do it. But the fact is that you allow us to do it. With the creative feedback that you give us, the detailed feedback, the every week this is great, but if you just try a little harder, if you just do this one thing different, then it will open the door for everything else that you're doing. So it's been an amazing journey. It's like everyone else says, the feedback is amazing. The camaraderie, talking to other students and looking at their feedback. It's so well done. And you have to succeed because you want us to succeed. And that makes us better. So take the course.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Erin?
So I remember when I was thinking of taking this course, and I have no artistic background as far as being an artist or drawing or doing anything like that. I do a lot of crafting, but I don't do a lot of artwork. And I remember talking to you and saying, you know, if I have to draw in this class, I can't do it. So do I need to draw, or am I going to be okay? And you talked to me for a while and you said, oh yeah, you'll be perfect. It'll be fine. You're so enthusiastic. We love the enthusiasm. So I think that's the point that is important to get across, is that I love what is being created with my cheetah. So, and it's not like I took the class thinking I can't do it. I usually can do what I set out to do, but you're very supportive. And I've learned about lighting, and I've learned about putting colors together I would never have thought to put together. And, you know, we tease you about saying you can do better. You should have that as a byline on your things for your class, because it's always given in such a nice way. You're always saying, oh, it looks really great, but you can do better on this part. You know, it's really lovingly delivered. And I think that makes people want to work even harder to then impress you that they did better. Do you know what I mean? Even though we're not little kids, there's something in you that makes you respond to that. So I think if you're thinking of taking the class, I would say enjoy it and have a good time with it. Be patient with yourself and just do it. And the results are amazing. I mean, sometimes I look at my second eye that went 3 times as fast, and I think, oh my God, it looks great. I didn't even need feedback on it. It looks really good, my eye. You know, so I think it's a really exciting process. I never really was sure if I'd be able to get it on a canvas the way that you do, that looks so stunningly gorgeous, but we're all doing it. You know, everybody in the class is doing it. And I think that that's, it's a unique gift to teach us this way. And it gives us something for our whole life to move forward with, that I'm guessing all of us can't be grateful enough for that, because it's just been a marvel to see myself develop in a different way. It's been awesome. So I would say if you have the enthusiasm and the time and you get excited about stuff and you feel like you know you can do things, I would definitely take the class.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ruby?
Okay, there's so much. I did not do many mosaics and never used nippers in my life before this. I did do a lot of glass, but learned so much. I want to address the growth that you go through in this class. So I'm always fascinated by people who do hard things, and I think this is if you're starting from kind of a low degree, it's a really hard thing, and it seems like you go through those stages, kind of like the stages of death, where you kind of deny and resist, and like, maybe I can't do this. This is hard. I'm doing very badly, and then you take the feedback and you kind of start to bargain with, well, I'm trying. Maybe it's, maybe I could do this, but I'm not that bad, but but I'm trying, right? And then you come to that acceptance of, yeah, I just need to do what you say, and you do everything you say it so graciously and kindly, and you really care. You care very much how we're doing. I find that has been just so helpful, that you get to the acceptance of, yeah, I can do this, and I can do this hard thing, and it's just so totally worth it. to me to have gone through it. It's just you just grow so much artistically. You find out some of the things that you have been avoiding, right? And so, and you kind of make us look at it, and that's been wonderful. That's how you mature in your art, I think. So I thank you very much. So if you are thinking of it, whether you are into art or not, it's just the path of growing is totally worth it. So it's worth it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Maureen.
Definitely take this class. It's an obsession. It's a journey, and you will learn skills that you didn't even know you needed to make a picture. The class is taught with love and directness, in some ways. That's it. You learn and learn and learn, and I highly recommend this class to anybody that wants to elevate their skill level.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.